Right, so this is day 3, arms and shoulders for the month of May. We have 4 supersets that we're going to start out with. 1 and 3 are for our bis and tris, 2 and 4 are for our shoulders. So number 1, 2 moves as a circuit, 3 rounds, 30 seconds. We have the straight bar for the whole first set of all of the supersets. It's at the top. We've done this movement pattern before, but we've never used the straight bar. It's a tricep overhead press, so they can be split stance. If they have the core strength and they can keep their back flat, they can go bilateral. Elbows are in line with shoulders, hands are shoulder width apart. Exhale as you press straight out. Number 2 is a high bicep curl. So hands are shoulder width apart, bilateral stance. My elbows are in line with my shoulders, and I'm bicep curling the bar to my nose. So those 2, the overhead press and the high bicep curl. Number 2 for the supersets, we have the red lever at about high elbow, and we need a band. So number 1 is a banded front raise, but we're doing like the top range only. So from about belly button height to shoulder height, right here. So they're not going all the way down to their hips. Belly button, shoulder, 30 seconds. And then we have a straight bar pull or row, but it's wide. So your hands are wide, nice wide stance. Bar pulls all the way to the chest, elbows high and wide. Squeeze your rear delts and your shoulder blades. So band front raise, top range, and then the wide straight bar pullback or row. Superset number 3 is a straight bar tricep press down. So we're back at the top. Again, we've done this move with the lap bar, but we've never done it with this. So it is a little bit wiggly, so they need to make sure they're putting the same amount of pressure on both sides. Hands are shoulder width, squeeze your armpits, tuck your elbows to your rib cage, and press down. In the past, we've had them hinge a little bit. This month, we're bilateral stance and we're standing super tall. Okay? And the second exercise for this circuit is a band reverse curl. So knuckles are up, standing on the band. Squeeze your armpits, tuck your elbows. They can wing out a little bit. If I try to keep it to the front, sometimes it feels weird on my wrists, so wherever feels most comfortable to them. So the straight bar tricep press down and the band reverse curl. And then the 4th superset, the bar goes to the bottom. So they are gonna face the rig, but I'm gonna face you, obviously, so you can see. So this is a straight bar high row. The high row doesn't use the legs. The high pull uses the legs. So our hands are wider than our shoulders, or wider than our feet. You're leading with your elbows, pulling to about low to mid chest. Lead with your elbows, squeeze at the top. As the 30 seconds goes on, the weight does get a lot heavier, and you'll see people start to kind of use their legs a little bit. That's a high pull, and we don't want that. So if they do that, encourage them to drop their weight for the 2nd and 3rd set, so that it's all upper body. They're super close to their body, leading with their elbows just like that. And exercise number 2 for this one is a back band raise. So band in the lower S stride glute. They're going to hinge, take their elbows back, and pull their hands at the same time. So it looks a little bit weird, but from the side they're here, and their hands go up as best as they can. If that doesn't work or feels weird, just have them do a band back raise like that. So straight bar, high pull, and band back raise. Then that takes us to lower body. So we're done with the straight bar. We have 4 moves. We're missing a rope for some reason. We have 4 moves. We're breaking them up into 2 circuits. So moves 1 and 2 we're going to do twice. Moves 3 and 4 we're going to do twice. The first one is a banded sissy squat. So there is a black band on the S drive. This month, there's a green band and a black band. Please do not move them. We're always going to use the green one for the AMRAP on lower body day and the black one for sissy squats. So, you're going to put your foot in each side of the band, around your calf, pull back for resistance. It's almost as if your knee all the way to the floor is in concrete. Sink without moving your knees, just like you're going to sit into a chair. Of course, this green band is here. They can use it for a little extra support. Stand and squeeze your glutes. The further they pull back for more tension, the more that's going to light up their entire leg, their quad. And then exercise number 2 is a narrow stance, so feet within hips, shoulders down and back, deadlift. Push your hips back, thrust your hips forward, and squeeze your glutes. So the sissy squat and the rope narrow deadlift, 2 times as a circuit, and then we're switching to lateral lunges, alternating so they can go body weight, or they can grab the rope, shoulders back, and hold a low rope as they alternate lunge. And supine frog pumps. So they're on their back, the soles of their feet. Encourage them to press the soles of their feet together as hard as they can. Knees towards floor. Tuck your pelvis. Belly button is fine, but also pull your belt buckle to your chin. And pump. Full range. So alternating lateral lunges and supine frog pumps twice, and that's the end of lower. We have a new move, which is awesome. Red lever to wrist with a black handle. So we're going to do a supinated tricep kickback. Split stance, the leg that's back, they're going to grab the cable and bend at their elbow. So I show them what to do, and then I show them what not to do. Squeeze their elbow, take their knuckles as high as they can to the ceiling. So again, grip with their palm up. Keep their elbow tucked in nice and tight and dry. 30 seconds each side. And then they have a plank walk up. So palms directly under shoulders. They're going to drop their elbows directly under their shoulders. Press back up. I would encourage them round 1, start with one arm. Round 2, start with the other. That's really going to wear those triceps out. And as long as they keep their elbows and their hands under their shoulders, they're going to hit their triceps the most rather than way out here or way out in front of them. So the one-arm supinated tricep kickback and the plank walk-up, 2 rounds. Then we have a one-arm bicep curl, pretty basic, bilateral stance, palm up, squeeze your armpit, tuck your elbow, and curl. 30 seconds each side, and then we're gonna go hammer. Squeeze your armpits, tuck your elbows. 2 rounds of that. And then we have a leaning one-arm lateral raise. So they're going to grip on the rectangular bar with the numbers. Their feet are all the way into the rig and they're going to lean out, lift, cross in front, and lift. So we're leaning so that they can really cross their body and lift for a bigger range of motion. 30 seconds each side. And then we're going to go back to the TRX wide pull. So I really encouraged the team to try the wide. It's all about feet placement. In the past months that we've done this, we've allowed them to do a W pull or a high face pull, but I really want to encourage them, walk your feet back so that you can learn where to squeeze and how to do that wide pull. So let's encourage them to do that this month. So leaning one-arm lateral raise and the TRX wide pull. That takes us to AMRAP. 3 moves. We need a band in the lower loop of the S drive. So we have 8 tricep push-ups in the top range. So it shouldn't take as long. They're just doing little pulses, squeeze their armpits, tuck their elbows, drop to their knees if they need to. But it's 8 fast little top range tricep push-up pulses. 8 band bicep rows. So their palms are up, hinging, driving their elbows back, and pulling their hands to their shoulders, just like we did with the cables in the previous month. 8 of those, and then 8 Nope, just kidding, 16. Banded reverse circles, backwards. Small, quick little circles. So 8 tricep push-up pulses, 8 band bicep rows, and 16 band reverse circles. And that takes us to core. So I need to move this out a little bit. All right, so this is one of the harder moves. I'm gonna show you multiple variations for this. So this is a palm plank pike up. So we are in a palm plank. They're going to thrust their butt to the ceiling as they drive their toes to their hands. Exhale as they pull in. If that doesn't work, they can do 2 in, 2 out. Get rid of the sliders and do 2 in, 2 out, or just hold a bear crawl. So there's a lot of variation depending on core strength there. That's the first one. The second one is a weighted dead bug. So we haven't done this for a while. Pull the rope away, knees over hips, elbows over shoulders, opposite hand, opposite leg extends. And then they'll switch sides. Number 4, so that's 2 and 3. Number 4 is an elbow plank with little hip dips. So they're making a U or an N, or they can just hold an elbow plank if they don't like those dips. And then lastly is a straight leg sit-up. So taking it back old school, fingertips to ceiling, pull your toes towards your nose, exhale as you sit up. Encourage them to keep their back as straight as they can when they're lying down and not roll their spine. Take their feet wider to make it a little bit easier. So palm plank pike ups, weighted dead bug left and right, elbow plank hip dips, and straight leg sit-ups. So obviously we want to end the month at 45. We might not start the month at 45, but that's up to you and that's up to timing. And that's it.